Muy buenas a todos, amigos y amigas. ¿Cómo están el día de hoy? Espero que muy bien. Nos encontramos una vez más con el bueno de Raiden. Nos encontramos en esta gran entrega de Metal Gear Solid 2. Estamos por avanzar a la siguiente zona, por dejar el Shell 1 y pasar como a... bueno, al Shell 2 básicamente. Así que bueno, vamos a ver qué tal lo hacemos el día de hoy. Vamos a dirigirnos aquí a Shell 1, 2, Connection Bridge. El puente de conexión entre Shell 1 y Shell 2. Pero estoy muy bien y disfrutando mucho de esta interesante entrega.
Raiden, can you hear me?
Pliskin, where have you been?
Checking around. I'm in Strut H right now. How's the situation over there?
We have a lead on the President's location.
Where is he?
Shell 2 core, the first floor.
I'm cut off from the core where I am. It's a mess here.
All right, I'm on my way to Shell 2 right now.
There are IR sensors in place on the connecting bridge between Shells 1 and 2. If you break the beams, the Semtex will go off.
Yeah, I heard them talking about that.
Target the control units and destroy them. Make sure you don't shoot the Semtex.
What do the control units look like?
Take a look with your binoculars.
That's the Semtex. And that must be the control unit.
Me encanta el tutorial que te dan ahora de cuáles son las unidades de control y cuál es el Semtex, cuando ya lo tuvimos que hacer obligadamente antes esto. En la parte del carguero, ¿no?
Raiden, what you see there is a booby trap consisting of an infrared sensor and Semtex. The Semtex will detonate if the IR beam from the sensor is disturbed. Whatever you do, don't touch the IR beam. But there's no way to get through there without crossing the beam. Neutralize all the control units for the IR sensor. Those control units in the distance are obviously out of handgun range.
What do I do then?
Use the sniper rifle to take them out. Use the PSG-1 sniper rifle to shoot out control units that are farther away.
Don't try to shoot out control units with the handgun when the distance is too great. The weapon doesn't have that kind of range. Use the sniper rifle. Use the PSG-1 to take out those control units.
Básicamente ambos nos dicen que utilicemos el PSG-1. Ahí tenemos una. Estaban 3, 4. Vamos a venir por aquí.
Raiden, you haven't destroyed all the control units yet. Use the first-person view or the sniper scope to look around.
Sí, lo sé, no quería pegarle, ¿no? Bien. Con esto están todas las que están... ah, no, me falta la más difícil. Vamos aquí. Presionamos el de apuntar. Luego el de mirar hacia un lado, sea izquierda o derecha, y luego el otro. Básicamente L2 y R2. Básicamente tienes que darle L2, R2, R1 todo al mismo tiempo. Acá puedes hacer un tiro de fe, por ejemplo, hacer así, pumba, y le pegas. No es aconsejable, pero se puede. Vamos a hacer un tiro ahí. Ahí está, se van las palomas. También puedes matarla si querés, pero bueno. No de momento. Ahí tenemos uno. Aquí tenemos otro. El más difícil es este, porque si le pegas a la cámara y la explotás, fuiste. De huevo. De pegarle arriba y no a la cámara, o sea, si la reventas, fuiste. Ahí está. Y nos queda uno más. Si jugáramos en modo experto, aquí habría una. Y aquí como dice Hijo de la Libertad, son los Liberty el nombre del juego. No se ve bien ahora mismo, pero acá atrás hay uno. Había un punto en el cual se veía bien. A ver ahora. Ahí está, ahí se ve. Se vio muy de rojo cuando ondea. Pero bueno, básicamente hemos completado esto.
Raiden, the IR sensors on the connecting bridge between the two shells are offline. Go to the first floor of Shell 2's core and rescue the president.
Sin respuesta Snake. Snake no deja ahí colgado siempre, ¿eh? Y bueno, avancemos, ¿no?
Raiden, I found us a ride.
I'm all ears.
One of the enemy's Kasatkas.
Is it in good shape?
Full tank. I'm heading for Shell 1 now. What about that Harrier?
It's not on the heliport here.
Good. I'll set this one down there then.
Can you cover the hostages? They're being held on level B1 in the core. Pliskin, you didn't happen to find any other places where hostages were being held, did you?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
How many hostages are there?
There's a few short of 30. One dead and several wounded.
The Kasatka's cargo area will hold 13 max.
What about the other Kasatka?
I sabotaged it. It can't come after us if it can't get off the ground. We'll have to make 2 trips.
Can you fly a Kasatka?
I have a pilot who's flown the civilian model, the KA-62 in VR. There's not a whole lot of difference between the military KA-60 and the civilian model.
Cleared for takeoff.
Raiden, let me introduce you to my partner, Otacon.
Otacon?
Hey, Raiden. Nice to meet you.
Intruders! Over here! Damn! Raiden, I'll talk to you later.
Grande, Otacon.
I need some answers from you. Who exactly is Pliskin and his partner?
I know what you're thinking.
It keeps coming back to Shadow Moses. And now this Otacon.
AKA Hal Emmerich, PhD, a Shadow Moses survivor.
Rose?
Snake and Otacon both became fugitives after Shadow Moses, wanted for acts of terrorism.
An anti-Metal Gear organization.
They sabotaged and destroyed countless Metal Gear units throughout the world.
And were responsible for the incident 2 years ago that necessitated the construction of the Big Shell.
Snake and his partner aren't terrorists.
Jack, why are you defending them?
I look back on what I've done here so far, and things like training and sense of duty alone won't get you through a sneaking mission like this.
Jack, are you okay?
You need something higher. I can't think of the right word, but it has to be pure will, backed up by courage, or ideals, or something like that. I'd stake my life on it. The solid Snake that saved Shadow Moses couldn't turn into a terrorist.
Maybe that's true, but they went down with that tanker 2 years ago. We even recovered Snake's body.
And the DNA test results on the body say it's him.
Jack, I know what you're saying, but Snake is dead. He can't be here, not even as this Dr. Hal Emmerich.
But that also means that he can't be the terrorist leader behind this thing.
Poco a poco está despertando Raiden.
I've been waiting for you. A messenger from the Patriots. Where do I know him from?
So you're the boss around here?
No, not just around here. I'm the boss to surpass Big Boss himself. Solid Snake. No, that is not Solid Snake. What a pleasant surprise, brother.
Save it. You work of mine.
Don't say you've forgotten me, Snake.
Right, take cover. Stop impersonating him.
Brother, I'm a whole different game from Liquid. That the best you can do, Snake?
Did I get it? We're in trouble. It's the Harrier.
The world needs only one big boss. I'll drown you fools for interfering.
Right. This is the Stinger missile launcher. The Kasaka can't stand up to the Harrier. You have to shoot the Harrier down.
Snake, we got company.
I'm counting on you.
Right. Handguns and machine guns can't stand up to fighter jets. Use the Stinger missiles instead.
Right. I'll back you up to the chopper. If I see you run short of an item, I'll toss it down. Make good use of those. Right. You've got those Stingers I gave you earlier, right?
Portable anti-aircraft missiles? I had complete VR training in those too.
Gee, I feel so much better knowing that. Hopefully you'll know how to use them in actual battle conditions too. Shoot the Harrier down with your Stinger missile, but remember that while you're aiming the missile launcher, you won't be able to move around. As soon as you see the Harrier headed your way, find cover. Hit the weapon menu button to do a weapon quick change. Make use of it.
Qué grande, Snake, como nos toma el pelo un poco.
The Harrier 2 is an upgraded version of the world's first practical V-stall fighter plane. By shifting the propulsion of the engine nozzles on the sides, the plane can handle short-distance vertical takeoffs and landings. The payload capacity of the Harrier 2 is considerably larger than its predecessor due to improved engine output. As a result, it carries more armament, starting with a 25mm machine gun pod on the fuselage pylon. There are air-to-surface rockets on both wings and various pods for air-to-air missiles and cluster bombs. You won't be able to take out one of these with small arms fire. The fact is, you'll need to use Stinger missiles.
Y bueno, Tacón nos da consejo. Frescalo con Tacón.
Watch out for the Harrier's cluster bombs. Cluster bombs are non-guided units packed with a couple hundred bomblets for wide-range attacks. The bombs are equipped with timed fuses for detonation following release. The dispenser explodes, spreading the bomblets across a wide area. Cluster bombs cover an extensive range. If you see one being launched, head for the floor beneath the connecting bridge. Harrier 2 is equipped with AMRAAM mid-range air-to-air missiles. The AMRAAM is an active homing missile designed to succeed the Sparrow. On the final phase of its guided approach to a target, the missile locks onto the objective with an active seeker and goes into full autonomous flight mode. In short, the AMRAAM is a missile with fire and forget capability. This aspect of the missile makes it ideal for fire and run tactics, significantly improving the mission survival rate of the firing aircraft. With a high-performance active seeker, the AMRAAM is extremely functional. Once fired, it pretty much zeroes in on its target with deadly accuracy.
And how do you avoid one of these?
I recommend chaff grenades. The AMRAAM's been reinforced against ECMs. In fact, the missile's been designed to home in on the source of electronic countermeasures. But that only applies to air combat. It's highly unlikely that the missile's equipped for tracking human targets with any precision. You should be able to sufficiently throw an AMRAAM off course with a chaff grenade. The minute you see one launched, break out the grenade.
Un consejo interesante también de Otacon, por si no lo sabían.
The Harrier 2 comes equipped with air-to-surface rocket pods on both wings. The Harrier 2 rockets are not guided. You can avoid direct hits by moving away from the targeted area following a launch. But watch out for the blast.
Con inglés.
We are currently aboard a Ka-60 Kasatka helicopter, a multi-purpose military aircraft of the Russian Kamov Design Bureau. This copter is capable of handling various missions, including troop and supply transport, medical evacuation, target acquisition for attack copters, and all-weather scouting. Equip it with the latest avionics and electronic equipment, and the Kasatka can handle communication and electronic jamming, as well as other special operations. The copter's designed for survival in combat, and the main systems are expandable. The rotors are capable of functioning if they've been punctured. In addition, the Kasatka features a polyurethane-filled fuel tank to minimize the danger of explosion. However, the Kasatka cannot hold its own against the Harrier. It's only suitable for providing you with air support. What I'm trying to say is that it's up to you to take out the Harrier. The Harrier 2 rockets are not guided. You can avoid direct hits by moving away from the targeted area following a launch. But watch out for the blast.
Bueno, y bien comenzar, agarramos el Stinguer, apuntamos. Se pega rápidamente, le puedo pegar 3 veces. Grande Snake ahí, tirándonos una caja en la cabeza. No, para el otro lado, Raiden, no te tires ahí. Grande y Raiden tirándose para el lado que no era. Para nada se fue como muy lejos. Y nos tira sus bombas de dispersión estas, que son bastante peligrosas. Puede llegar a destrozar con eso.
I'll let you go out in style.
Hay dos formas de esquivarla, una como hice yo y otra es con la chap. Pero la tiré muy tarde la chap, Vamos a poner por aquí. Que ahora viene a tirar la cosa. Pero por aquí no nos hace daño.
Right, I'll take care of it.
Un grande Snake ahí.
I'll shred you to pieces.
¡Ay! Este marconista también es complicado, ¡Ostras! ¿Sabes qué? Pensé que ya se iba. Como le pego un misil a Snake, normalmente que se va. Pero no. A ver si quiso quedar.
I'll let you go out in style.
A ver, creo que nos vamos a ir para acá. ¡Ostras! Me caí. Me pasa mucho eso.
Try dodging this.
Acá en este punto.
What the? What the?
Le puedo pegar después de los misiles, ¿eh? Yo no te dejé que le pegue a Snake porque me gusta que le pegue a Snake. Adiós al Harrier.
There's something coming up.
That's Metal Gear! It's already active!
They got my eye. Fab, go! Ha!
Hey, what's that? It's running on water. Raiden, you all right?
Yeah. How about you guys?
Barely managed, but we're all right.
The chopper?
We need some time for repairs.
Oh,
The president's all yours.
okay. Can I ask you something?
What?
Are you the Snake? They said you were dead.
No, not me. There are still too many things I need to do.
Snake, you're a legend, and that's why I need to ask you this.
Legend? A legend is nothing but fiction. Someone tells it, someone else remembers. Everybody passes it on.
I'm here because I was assigned to this mission, not because I want to. If I could, I'd be out of here in a second. How could you come back to all this? Why keep fighting?
There's something my best friend said to me once.
What?
We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at, but At least I always fought for what I believed in.
What about the DNA results from that body?
That was Liquid's body. He and Snake are identical on the genetic level.
Liquid?
A deception, for our own protection. We stole his frozen body from some organization. Kind of a hassle, though.
That's all there is to it.
Are you two really an NGO?
Insofar as we're a non-profit organization of civilians advocating a cause, yes. The cause happens to be the eradication of Metal Gear.
We work on our own, but it's a cause worth fighting for.
Why would you stick your neck out for something this risky?
That's the way I used to look at it, 4 years ago. I was holed up in the middle of nowhere in Alaska, drinking too much.
We have a responsibility to the coming generations, to the world.
What responsibility?
To keep track of the mistakes we've made as a species.
We need to remember, to spread the word, to fight for change, and that's what keeps me alive.
You think you can change the future?
Nah, I'm not as arrogant as that.
What you do isn't grassroots activism. It's more like terrorism.
I admit that.
But our group, Philanthropy, received some information. A new Metal Gear prototype was being developed here, and terrorists were planning to raid the facility. The information came from a very reliable source.
So you're here to...
We're here to stop all that. But I also have a personal motive.
Looks like the terrorists have his sister in the big shell. We're here on our own, not under anyone's orders. We have our own battles. Otacon's here for someone. I'm not.
This is a military mission.
Jack, are you all right?
Just barely.
You almost gave me a heart attack.
Sorry, it wasn't intentional.
I know that, and I know I need to stay stronger.
Say a prayer for me, Rose, so I can come back.
You will make it back. I'm with you all the way, remember.
That means a lot to me, you know.
I'm going to save the data, okay, Jack?
Bueno, ya que lo dice, guardamos.
Colonel, Metal Gear's already gone active.
It's not too late. You can still prevent a nuclear strike by securing the President and preventing password confirmation from taking place. Get to the President. He's in the core section of Shell 2.
I'm checking the satellite images. Looks like you can get to the core from the other side of Strut L.
The core hasn't gone under yet from what we can tell. Follow the railings down, then jump onto the pipes.
The only viable strut in the outer perimeter is the L. That attack just now doesn't make any sense. It's like they have no more use for this place.
Colonel, you were monitoring the codec calls. That man was the real Snake all along.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Don't let your guard down with him.
Why do you say that?
Because they were never a part of the simulation. They're an unknown factor.
You can take your simulation and... We're out here, we bleed, we die.
Calm down.
I suggest that you do, Raiden. Even if that is Snake. That has no bearing on your mission.
Colonel, you and Snake used to be on the same side. I don't understand. I read about you and Snake in the Darkness of Shadow Moses.
I don't give a damn what that piece of trash said. Do you get me?
Bueno, están un poco complicadas las cosas, ¿no? Allá, por cierto, había una ración ahí abajo. Y pues intentar ir a juntarlas y apagar ese fuego ese con el... Con el coolant este, el spray refrigerante. Pero no aconsejo ir porque eso se cae y normalmente morís antes de llegar a la ración, así que... Tenemos balas del PSG-1. Aquí tengo otras balas. Cuiden con el salto que acabo de hacer, por cierto, que es el salto difícil. Yo te puedo arruinar toda la partida si ese es el... el tema de Big Boss, ¿no? También puedes pasar por el caño, es más lento, pero puedes pasar por esa tabla de ahí, de metálica, luego caer al caño este de aquí abajo y luego venir hasta aquí, abajo. Pero acá está el supresor de acá. Y como, bueno, busco hacer el 100%, hay que mostrar eso. Ahora tienen silenciador. Ahora hacemos así y pasamos. Bueno, eso incendia, cosa de que no podamos regresar. Solamente se junta si, bueno, si usaste el camino peligroso. Bueno, aquí podemos hacer así. Y si queremos asegurarnos de que quedemos bien, vamos a mirar así hacia abajo. Antes de soltarnos, ¿no?
This is not a pretty sight. Hurry up and check the situation.
¿Cuándo te va a sacar? Le pegué. Ahí está, Dios mío. El retraso que tuvo, ¿no? Hop. Por poco me caigo, ¿eh? Hay que dormir a esto porque si no te ven, así que cuidadín. Lo mejor pegar la cabeza, yo le pego el cuerpo y tarda bastante en dormirse. Casi despierta al otro, de hecho. Y bueno, aquí lo que vamos a hacer es pasar agachados. Y si haces esto, vas más rápido. Como antes en el 1 no hacías ruido al cambiar haciendo esto, pues aquí pasas rápido realmente. Y evitas morir por caída en estos casos. Es la forma rápida de pasar sin tener que esperar ni nada. También puedes llamar la atención del enemigo y pasar, no hay problema realmente, pero bueno. Quería mostrar eso también. Ah, es zona de miedo constante. Acá nos meten parkour en este juego.
I'm going to go in my pants. Nobody's looking, right?
Cuidado que no se encima, si no. Bueno, que antes miramos para abajo antes de caer. Llena ración. Estamos al máximo. Tenemos chaff. Bueno, tenemos 3 M4, así que ¿por qué no? OP. Bien. A ver si me dejan. Ostras. Qué mal que soy a veces, ¿eh? Con esto. Es complicado realmente apuntar así. Realmente no uso mucho esta arma, por eso la estoy usando ahora. Dios mío, la cantidad de balas que gasté no son ni normales. Voy a usar el PSG-1 que era más fácil. Ahí tenía balas. Hay un montón de maneras de hacerlo, ¿eh? De hecho, podría usar la SOCOM también, pero bueno, no quería gastar balas de la SOCOM. Aunque ahora mismo la tenemos al máximo, pero bueno. Pues solo por eso. Bueno, acá cuidadín. Salto ahí de fe. Nos colgamos y pasamos. Esta zona me da miedito siempre, ¿eh? El tema de caerte es muy fácil acá. Y perfecto. Finalmente estamos por aquí, ¿no? Por entrar al Shell 2.
Olga, Snake, he's here. In Shell 1.
My father had some unfinished business with him.
Olga, calm yourself.
Then screw your plan. I've been waiting for this day for 2 years, and I will send him to the bottom of the ocean, right next to my old man.
The launch comes first.
Damn it. Where's Ocelot?
Not here.
I don't trust him.
Don't talk that way about one of your own.
He's not one of my own. He left my father to die, remember?
Olga, we'll talk later. We need to get started on the final checks for the unit.
All right. I'm headed back there.
The upper connecting bridge to Shell 1 is down.
What about the chopper?
The cam-off is out of action. Take the oil fence from Strut L.
I'll tell my men to start pulling out.
Not yet. Their retrieval comes last. The intruder's still at large.
Snake.
What about the other man?
He's got luck on his side, certainly.
He survived that explosion. Listen, Olga, the code confirmation is in 1 hour. Keep the president alive until then.
I know. No one gets in here. Turn the currents on.
Of course. High voltage currents on.
The door stays shut unless the president manages to take out that circuit panel from inside the room. And it's no job for bare hands.
All right. Come back immediately.
One more thing.
What?
We leave for Russia when this business is done. I want half the money for that.
Of course. That was part of the agreement.
We start living for ourselves after this. If there's anyone who wants to stay here, I want you to take good care of them.
Gladly. Gerlukovich soldiers are the cream of the crop.
It's time they went free.
What happened to rebuilding Mother Russia?
The old man is dead. The world is a different place now.
It's your life.
Just as a reminder, I'm going to say this again, one last time. Don't try anything on us.
The feeling is mutual.
I'm in front of the room where they're keeping the president.
Everything all right?
No sign of flooding, but I can't get close to the door. The floor is electrified.
Don't test it. You'll be bacon.
Any suggestions?
Remember the Shadow Moses VR training?
Take out the circuit panel?
Right.
But there's no way into the room.
Try ventilation ducts.
Yeah, I think I see one.
Look for a remote control missile launcher. You can guide it through the duct into the room.
Then target the circuit panel. Got it.
Right, but make sure you don't hit the president.
The president is wired with nanomachines. If we know the frequency, I can raise him.
We've tried that repeatedly, but there's no response. It looks like the walls have a built-in radio shield.
So that's why Ames lost contact with him.
If you need to confirm his position, you can log into the node.
Understood.
Locate a remote control missile launcher first.
Y bueno, tenemos una misión que completar. Y bueno, justamente por aquí vamos a ir dejando el capítulo del día de hoy. Vamos a conectar el nodo y luego ya... Sí, vamos a dejar el capítulo. Ok, cuidado, hay cámaras. Si no tenés el logro, puedes sacarlo, puedes hacer también. No hay que hacer mucho utilidad de romperlas porque realmente son munición de Nikita lo que hay aquí. Pero bueno. También te dan chaf por las dudas. Y acá está el nodo. Y bueno, realmente lo que necesitamos es el Nikita. Así que no hay mucho que hacer aquí, de momento. Vamos a cambiar de zona simplemente para que se guarde justamente el inicio en una zona. O si no, esto lo tendría que hacer de nuevo. Vamos al B1, por ejemplo. Y bueno, ahí llamaré a Rose y vamos a dejar el capítulo por aquí. Estamos en el B1. Y ya, bueno, en la siguiente parte veremos qué hay aquí. Vamos a llamar a Rose y a ver qué nos dice.
Jack, tell me, am I really helping you out?
Yeah, you're a huge help. I'm lucky to have you as an analyst.
But didn't you tell me just a little while ago that I should change my job or quit or something?
Yeah, and you were pretty pissed off.
Why did you say those things?
Well, you have to work overtime and stuff. It sounded pretty tough.
But you didn't mean it, did you?
I was wrong about a lot of things then. I just thought that if we had more time to spend together that...
You were thinking of your own danger.
Well...
Don't you think it's selfish to expect everyone to be at your beck and call? I'm not your personal possession, you know.
That's not how I think of you.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Listen, I like you, and I like the me that likes you. But I do not like being summed up as Jack's girlfriend. The very thought of it makes me shiver. There's a lot more to me than just being your girlfriend. The fact that I'm doing the job I want to do is part of that, understand?
Yeah, of course,
I want to be recognized, first of all, for who I really am. Especially by you. I don't want you, of all people, thinking that I'm just your girlfriend.
That's not what I think at all.
Can you really say that?
Absolutely.
Really? I'm glad.
Y bueno, luego de la telenovela vamos a ir dejando el capítulo de hoy por aquí. Espero que hayan disfrutado las aventuras de Raiden y Solid Snake en este Metal Gear Solid 2. Les mando un gran saludo a todos. Muchas gracias por estar ahí. Hasta otra. Cuídense.